2 wins, 6 points. You must be looking back on a very satisfying Easter at Torquay, aren't you?
Yeah, it's been a good Easter, and it's always important to have a good Easter, because normally it's the very important time of the season for whatever reason. Ours is a relegation fight, if you like, and the lads have done fantastic to win the last 4 games to keep us in with a shout, and people worrying about us now ahead of us. So hopefully we can keep it going, and they played well, and they played with a lot of energy, a lot of desire, and supporters have come along with that as well. They've helped us get there, and all of a sudden we look a strong club again, and that's a good thing if you want to get results at this stage of the season.
Obviously nothing's been achieved yet, and we are still, as you described it, the wrong side of the red line, if you like. But do you think in some ways it's almost easier having that target to chase rather than to be caught?
It's the old thing, isn't it? Would you rather be the champion or the challenger? What do you want? So who knows? If you're there already, you've got to have that resilience to stay there out of it. But we all know human nature. You've got to hit form at this time. The good thing is, I think we're joint 3rd in the form table, the last 6 games. So that's good. So we've done that, and that was a discussion we had with the lads a few weeks ago, just to say that we must hit form before we go into the last few games. So in a way, I don't know what the bookies' odds would be, for the one just above the line and the one just below the line. But we've certainly given ourselves a great opportunity, and having teams look over their shoulders, definitely. And I can't wait now for Saturday, because that is a big game. I think everybody sees that, everybody knows that, and if we can get that, the Plainmoor roar going again, which it did against Eastleigh, and the lads have been talking about it. They talked about it for a couple of days afterwards, and it really does get us going. And so that can be a big part again on Saturday.
To hit form at any time of the season is obviously fantastic, but to do it under the pressure that your players have been under with that gap, with just 8 games to suddenly reel off 4 wins on the trot, it is something very special about this group, isn't it?
Exactly, and I think we've deserved the results. It's not as though we've nicked a couple of results. I think we've earned the 4 results that we've had with the help of our fans, the away fans, the home fans, and we've just got to keep that going. We've got an experienced group now, hopefully, that will handle it more so than a young group. And they look like they're enjoying themselves, and they're playing with enthusiasm, and that'll help us in the next very, very important 4 games to our football club.
Obviously, most people's attention are focused on the team immediately above us, which is Aldershot, but it's important as well, like the game against Maidenhead, where you're dragging one team back in it. Obviously, York will fall into that bracket as well. To keep as many teams in the fight as possible is important, isn't it? It's
very important. I mean, the most important thing is that we keep winning. That's what we have to do, and then we'll see what you can't affect other games, if you like. You can affect your own game. So if we keep winning, then again, if we win the next game, and that's the only game we'll be talking about to the boys, then you wait and see what the results were, because you can't predict the results in this league. You can't. We knew Gateshead were a good side when we went up there. It was a good point for us. But Gateshead went and beat Eastleigh 5 at Eastleigh, and they're in the playoffs. We beat Eastleigh. We had a good result against Boreham Wood. So you just can't judge the result. So you have to worry about yourselves, but keep one eye on what the others are doing as well. And you're right. Every win that you get, and the teams just above you lose, gives you another shot in the arm, if you like, to keep going.
I wouldn't ask you to give us the tally in front of the cameras here, but do you have a tally in mind? Or from what you're saying, you're just going out there and telling your players to try and win every single.
Yeah, exactly. Because again, you can't predict. You just got to keep winning, and if you keep winning, you can see how quickly when teams are losing, they come back to you. You know, it's only a little while ago that Yeovil were a long way ahead of us, and now we've got above them. Now we can't worry about them, because if we worry about them, then we're not going to do it anyway. You know, so we're ahead of them now. Now we've got to keep creeping and come up on the rails, as we say, and try and get a couple more wins.
And finally, Gaffer, obviously the support that you had, you mentioned already the Eastleigh game, fantastic show by the Yellow Army again at Maidenhead, or practically made it a home game on Monday. It just goes to show that when the club's together, united as one, what a huge difference it makes.
Yeah, I mean, you know, we say it at important times. You can't say it every week, because I go over people's head if you say too many things week in, week out. But I've always said that the Torquay supporters are football people, and they know what are the big games, and they know when it comes down to it which games are the games, the must-win games, if you like. And so hopefully we'll get a big vociferous, is that the word? Intelligent people. Support, and it was great. The music that we had, it was fantastic. You know, the whole club, my staff, the stadium staff, yourselves, we was all batting together. We was all fighting in the same direction, and that is what happens. And if we can keep that going, then everybody would have played a part, and we appreciate that.